packed with the tightest cluster of, again, tulips and roses and greens and hydrangea, but this is spessartite, rare orange garnet. This is rhodolite, rare pink garnet. Amethyst, blue topaz, tanzanite, one gemstone, one source in the entire world.
Okay, but this is, we're gonna move on past the earrings to the ring, and the earrings, we have 12 remaining. I gotta show you this ring. Look at how your finger is gonna be wrapped. It literally embraces your finger with
a birthday kiss.
Oh my gosh. And look at how elongated it is. It's over 16 carats of oval and pear-shaped, beautiful tanzanite, rhodolite, blue topaz, spessartite, amethyst, prasiolite, white zircon. It is, it's that magic of all of those colors melding together in a bouquet of happy, you know, floral colors. This is almost a $1,000 ring that we're doing for $399, but we do have under 100 left, and it's only, if you get this on your HSN charge card, you can actually spread it out 9 months. Otherwise, it's $79.99 on any charge card we accept. And you know, when you talk about one ring that is enough, Carol, this is it.
It is, and this is positive, it's uplifting. But you know, for me, in terms of the world of jewelry, one of the things that I love is, I want something that's, everything works with white or black or a solid color. But I want something that's like the bouquet, that's gonna work with every color I wear, every print, every floral. I like a lot of color around me. I'm like a color girl, but I wear a lot of crazy floral prints that I love. This is the ring that picks up every color in every single thing that I wear. And when I'm wearing other gemstones that you would think shouldn't really work with it, they do. I mean, maybe I'm going to wear this mother of pearl and London blue topaz earring. They look perfect.
Those sold out, but look at this.
Maybe I'm gonna be wearing this tanzanite in this ring.
8.2 carat of tanzanite and white zircon earrings. I would highly recommend those. We'll remind you about those before the end of the hour.
And none of this goes together, but natural gemstones work together. They go with each other. You know, I learned from my mom a long time ago that every flower in the world, so every color of a flower works together, and that's when we call a bouquet, because you can put no matter what kind of flower, no matter what color. When you're talking about gemstones, it's the same thing. Every color natural gemstone, Mother Earth puts them together so that they all enhance each other even more beautifully. Just think about if you're looking for a knuckle to knuckle ring, do you want something that is a tattoo, but it's a cluster? Harry Winston brought us the cluster. He explained to us that when you take gemstones and you put them together so beautifully so that you don't see the prong, all you see is the celebration. It's like a musical, a celebration of notes. This is a celebration of Mother Nature's gems. You don't see the silver, you don't see the mounting, you don't see bezels, you just see clusters. And that's what makes this heirloom and timeless, but truly sensational.
Oh my gosh, absolutely out of this world. We're gonna wrap this up. Hang in there, and you've got this if you're on board. Remember, it's the celebration, Carol's celebration bouquet.